What if everything you desire already exists right now, waiting for you to assume it's yours? What if your life didn't change by working harder, but by shifting one invisible assumption in your mind? Every reality you dream of, love, wealth, healing, freedom, already vibrates in the quantum field. And the only thing separating you from it is the belief that you don't have it yet. The greatest secret isn't to try to attract, it's to assume that it's already done. Because once your mind assumes, your world rearranges. Instantly. There's a moment most people never talk about. It's that quiet space between wanting and receiving, a place filled with doubt, noise, and overthinking. You wake up feeling the weight of what hasn't yet happened. You visualize, you affirm, you meditate, but life still feels like it's on pause. And somewhere deep down, a whisper says, maybe this doesn't work for me. That whisper grows louder. Days turn into months, and your vision board becomes just decoration. You scroll past success stories on social media, people who've manifested their dream life, while you're still waiting for a sign. And the gap between where you are and where you want to be starts to feel like an unbridgeable canyon. Here's the truth no one tells you: wanting keeps you in lack. Every time you want something, you tell the universe, and your subconscious, I don't have it yet. And the quantum field, like a mirror, reflects that assumption right back. In quantum physics, observation shapes reality. Your focus collapses infinite possibilities into one, the one you believe in. So if your belief is rooted in waiting, the universe mirrors more waiting. It's like tuning a radio. The song is already playing, but unless you tune to its frequency, you'll hear static. Your dreams, your desires, your manifestations, are not out there. They're right here, vibrating at a frequency that matches the assumption, it's already mine. But here's where the problem begins. We've been trained to chase, to prove, to earn, not to assume. Society rewards effort, not energy. You've been told that the harder you work, the more you'll receive. But what if that effort was keeping you misaligned? Because in the quantum world, energy is everything. Your energy field, your thoughts, emotions, and assumptions, are the blueprint the universe follows. The problem isn't that you can't manifest. The problem is that your assumptions contradict your desires. You're affirming love but assuming loneliness. You're visualizing abundance but assuming lack. You're asking for healing but assuming brokenness. And the universe, perfectly neutral, says, as you assume, so shall it be. That's when I realized. The problem was never the method. The problem was the assumption underneath every method. And when that shifted, everything else followed. It started on a night I almost gave up. My vision board felt like a cruel joke. I had done everything, scripting, meditating, visualizing, repeating affirmations till my throat hurt. But nothing changed. That night, I sat in silence, no music, no affirmations, no desperate asking. Just silence. And then, out of nowhere, a memory surfaced. It was me as a child, pretending my toy car was a real one. I didn't hope it was real, I assumed it was. I held that toy, drove it across the floor, and felt the thrill as if it were real. And for those few moments, it was real to me. That's when it hit me. When I was a child, I wasn't trying to manifest. I was living as if it already was. That's the secret the great spiritual teachers always hinted at, from Jesus saying, "Believe you have received, and it shall be yours," to Neville Goddard teaching, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled." It's not belief. It's not effort. It's assumption. Quantum physics proves this on a subatomic level. Particles exist in multiple states, until observed. Your observation, your assumption, collapses potential into physical form. So when you assume, "I am healthy," the field begins reorganizing atoms, people, and opportunities to match that vibration. When you assume, "I am loved," your body emits the frequency of connection, and the universe mirrors it back. That night, I tried something new. Instead of asking, I assumed. I whispered, "It's already done." And for the first time in months, I stopped waiting for proof. The next day, things began shifting. An unexpected message arrived, a job opportunity one thought was gone forever. A friend I hadn't heard from in years suddenly called. Even my body felt lighter, as if reality had unclenched its fists. It wasn't coincidence. It was coherence, the moment my inner state matched the frequency of my desire. The discovery was simple yet life-altering. Backhand index pointing right. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you assume to be true. That's when I started calling it the assume technique, the bridge between spirituality and quantum reality. So how does the assume technique actually work? Here's the step-by-step process I've used and taught to thousands. Step 1. Decide what you desire. Not from lack, but from alignment. Ask yourself, what version of me already has this? Clarity is energy. When you define it, you direct it. Step 2. Shift to the end scene. Neville Goddard called this, living in the end. In your mind, play a short scene that implies your desire is fulfilled. Not you getting the job, but you celebrating it. Not you meeting your soulmate, but you waking up beside them. Feel the satisfaction in your body. Quantum physics shows your body doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, both release the same neurochemicals. Step 3. Anchor it emotionally. Emotion is energy in motion. Without feeling, assumption collapses. So breathe deeply and let gratitude flood your system. Say silently, "Thank you, it's already done." Let that gratitude become your new baseline. Step 4. Detach completely. Here's where most people fail. They assume, and then start checking for proof. But in the quantum world, observation from lack reverts your frequency. You can't look for signs from the old reality. You have to live as if you're already in the new one. So instead of waiting, walk differently. Instead of hoping, speak differently. Instead of wishing, expect differently. Every thought, every action becomes a declaration, "It's done." Step 5. Reinforce with daily micro-assumptions. Throughout your day, whisper to yourself, "I'm already becoming my highest self. Everything is aligning in my favor. Reality is catching up to my assumption." You'll notice small shifts first, synchronicities, nudges, coincidences. But soon, you'll realize, they're not coincidences. They're confirmations. The assume technique is not magic. It's alignment, the moment your subconscious, conscious, and energetic selves agree on one truth, it's already yours. And once that agreement is reached, the universe must follow. Let me tell you about Emily. A single mother of 2, working 2 jobs, drowning in bills. She used to fall asleep repeating affirmations, but woke up feeling defeated. When she learned the assume technique, she was skeptical. But she decided to test it. She picked one thing, peace. She didn't visualize money, love, or success, she just assumed, "I am at peace." Every morning, she'd place her hand over her heart and whisper, "It's already done." Within 2 weeks, her boss offered her a promotion she didn't even apply for. Her ex, who had been hostile for years, suddenly began communicating calmly. Her children noticed too. "Mom, you smile more now," they said. But the real transformation wasn't outside, it was inside. Emily stopped chasing. She started assuming. Or take Marcus, a man who battled illness for years. Doctors gave him little hope, but he decided to live as though he were already healed. He changed his language. Instead of saying, "I'm sick," he said, "I'm restoring." He visualized his body filled with light, assumed wholeness, and let that belief guide his choices. Months later, his test results stunned his doctors. Again, not coincidence, coherence. The moment the inner world changed, the outer world recalibrated. That's the transformation waiting for you too. The assume technique rewires the nervous system. aligns your electromagnetic field, and sends a consistent signal into the quantum fabric of reality. Here's a practical exercise you can start today. Nighttime reset ritual. Before bed, close your eyes. See yourself already living your desired reality. Don't think about how it came, only that it's already done. Feel the joy, the safety, the peace. As you drift into sleep, whisper, "I assume it's done." Thank you. When you fall asleep in assumption, your subconscious begins creating the next day from that vibration. Transformation isn't a miracle, it's physics meeting faith. It's spirituality meeting science. It's you meeting the version of yourself who's already living your dream. Now imagine a world where everyone stopped waiting, and started assuming. A world where people no longer beg for miracles, they become them. Where manifestation isn't a secret, but a science of the soul. That's the mission behind the Assume technique, not just personal gain, but collective awakening. Because when you shift your assumption, you don't just change your life, you shift the timeline of everyone around you. Your energy affects the field. Your frequency influences others. When you walk in peace, you give others permission to believe peace is possible. When you live in abundance, you help dissolve the collective scarcity. When you assume love, you broadcast healing. The Assume technique isn't just about creating, it's about remembering. Remembering that you are the observer, the creator, the quantum artist painting reality with thought and feeling. We've spent too long chasing proof. It's time to become the proof. So here's your mission. For the next 7 days, assume one thing, and refuse to doubt it. It could be, I am loved. I am abundant. I am guided. I am healed. Live, walk, and breathe that assumption. Watch how life bends to meet your new frequency. Because in the end, assumption isn't pretending, it's remembering the truth before it's visible. And once you remember, reality has no choice but to remember with you. So ask yourself now. What if you stopped waiting for a sign, and became the sign? What if you stopped hoping for change, and assumed it's already done? Because everything you desire, everything you're meant for, is already vibrating in the field. It's not about chasing it. It's about tuning to it. Assume it. Feel it. Live it. And then, watch the universe rearrange itself to prove you right. If this message awakens something inside you, don't let it fade. Like this video, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and comment below. Backhand index pointing right, I assume it's already done. Let's fill this field, our collective field, with that frequency. Because together, we're creating a new reality.